The Cincinnati Bengals take care of business in a must-win game against the Los Angeles Rams, 19-16. The Rams score with about a minute to go to make it a football game, but they do not get the onside kick. And the Bengals, at home in Monday Night Football action, get a must-win scenario taken care of. The offense, honestly, it wasn't that great. This is not the same team that we're accustomed to seeing with Joe Burrow back there. We'll talk a lot about him later on in today's show. 49 passes was a choice. I don't know if that was a good one necessarily. But the Bengals defense, give Lou Anarumo and that squad all of the credit. They took care of business, man. 6 sacks of Matthew Stafford. The Rams can't really function that well when their O-line's not at 100% or they're missing pieces. That was the case tonight. They were dialing up pressure, simulated blitzes, get home with 3. Awesome performance outside of the occasional coverage bust they allowed in this one. The 2-2 Atwell run boosted the numbers. Beyond that, it's 12 carries for 50 yards. Solid, but not really that great. The Bengals defense was awesome in this one. Now, I want to thank you guys getting us past 4,500 subscribers, part of our Monday Night Football watch party. Keep it going. 5K is the next number. Hit that sub button right now. All right, takeaway number 1. This was a must-win football game. There have been 5 NFL teams in a non-strike shortened season in NFL history who have made the playoffs after starting 0-3. That was not the case this year for the Bengals. They have been a slow-starting team. They have to win a bunch of games here to even make a wild card in a tough AFC. They needed this one, and they got it against the Rams. Hats off to Zac Taylor. Hats off to Joe Burrow. I have some issue with the way they took care of business tonight, but they did take care of it. It was a win in whatever ugly fashion you need. The defense played out of their minds. I am happy to say the Bengals won this one. So grade the Bengals against the Rams. A, B, C, D, or F. I have a tough time going below a B or a B minus in a game where your quarterback has one good calf. You got the win. That's what matters. But I do want to hear from you guys. Save space to comment. A, B, C, D, or F. Sound off for me in the comment section right now at the pinned comment of today's video. This kind of ties into the whole Burrow thing. Where were your runs? You're not going to run the ball with Joe Mixon? In the first half, Joe Burrow threw it 31 times, the second most in his career. You really want him just uncorking it over and over again on one bad leg? It's a weird game plan, man. Joe Mixon ran it 7 times. Okay? Weird. Second half, 18 passes. Much better. And they ran it with Mixon 12 more times. Now, his final numbers in this one ended up being 19 carries, 65 yards, and a score. It's not great. His final 3 carries went for -5 yards. So it was 16 for 70. Pretty solid numbers there. I think you should have ran it more with Mixon. I don't like putting my quarterback back there for nearly 50 dropbacks against Aaron Donald on one leg. I would not have done that if I was Zac Taylor. Burrow said no setbacks. Thank goodness. Do a better game plan next week. I did not like that plan out of Zac Taylor. Now, what I do like is Game Time. They are the spot for last-minute tickets. Game Time takes all the guesswork out of buying tickets for whatever sporting event, music, comedy, theater, show you're going to go to. Event, I should probably call it, near you guys. They got killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and the best price guarantee. What that is, it's a Game Time guarantee, right? You'll always get the best price if you find tickets in the same section and row for less. Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Pretty great deal right there. So download Game Time today at gametime.co. Create your account. Use code NFLChat for $20 off your first purchase. Now, terms do apply, but create an account. Once you do that, head to the bottom right corner of your app. You'll see the profile. You kind of see it right over there, bottom right corner. Click Profile. You'll see some options. Redeem code. Go plug in NFLCHAT. They'll give you $20 off. So download Game Time today. Maybe for the Seahawks-Bengals game coming up on October 15th. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Links in the comments and the description of today's show. Takeaway number 3. We can be honest about it, guys. Joe Burrow is not right. They don't do under center stuff. There's no under center plays. It's all shotgun. They did add some pistol. Didn't work very well in the limited times they tried it. But it's all shotgun. They don't trust Burrow to have to do the full-on drop-back stuff. It's quick game. It's the downfield has not been as good. He's been a little bit more scattershot. And otherwise, I'd say one of the most accurate QBs in the NFL. Burrow needs a little bit more. He's not 100%. He's probably not going to be for a few weeks. You have to win in spite of the injuries right now. That's what they did tonight against the Rams. You have to keep doing it. He's not going to be right for a few weeks. Yeah, the defense has to carry this team right now. We'll talk about them in a little bit. But it is fine to still be concerned over Joe Burrow. He's limping a few times. Didn't have a setback. It's good news there. But what is your concern level over Joe Burrow and that injured calf? Scale it for me from 1 to 10. 1 on the low end, 10 on the high end. How about takeaway number 4? The defense, man. Yeah, they were not that good against the Ravens. I thought they just got tired against the Browns. Man, they are the single biggest reason why you won this football game. 6 sacks against Matthew Stafford. It's awesome production. Your pass rush was great. Let me make sure I give proper credit here. Sacked Daxton Hill, who was 8 tackles, 2 TFLs, a sack, quarterback, and he was electric. Sam Hubbard, sack. Hendrickson, 2 sacks. DJ Reader, BJ Hill, 6 sacks tonight. 2 interceptions by Logan Wilson. First time in years Bengals had 5+ sacks and 2 INTs in the same game. They did not allow a single third down conversion against a team that was number 1 this year, small sample size, in third downs until 1:05 to go when Tutu Atwell scored. That was also their first red zone completion allowed in the entire football game. The Rams finished tonight 1 of 11 on third downs. You ain't going to win football games doing that, and the Bengals showed you why. A lot of routes you can go as to who was the best player in week 3. We'll get to one on offense in a minute, but Daxton Hill, Logan Wilson, Trey Hendrickson, lots of good options. Drop that player name for me in the comment section right now. Takeaway number 5. You got Ja'Marr Chase going. And what a game for all those fantasy owners that were waffling of, we played Ja'Marr Chase, a first-round pick, the top 5 people got to play him, right? Well, he paid off in a big way tonight. 15 targets. He caught 12 passes for 141 yards, had a long of 43. T. Higgins, I'll mention here, had the dropsies again. Now, I'm going to go on my rants here. Chase was great. Higgins was not. Higgins left the game, he came back in. He had that forearm tape right here. I think he had an IV put in. Chad Johnson goes in the Ring of Honor. Did Higgins get the IV in honor of Chad? Because Chad Johnson, the real no. That dude an IV, it felt like every other game. Like, where's Chad going with a minute to go before the half? Getting an IV again. Classic, right? The Bengals got an elite performance out of Ja'Marr Chase. An injured Joe Burrow. You didn't have Irv Smith tonight. He was out with his hamstring injury. Tanner Hudson made some nice plays, by the way. 26-yard catch. Hats off to you, Hudson, right there. It's impressive. Ja'Marr Chase, by far, was your best offensive player in week 3. In a game the Bengals absolutely had to have. They got it from Chase. And they got it in thrilling, unbelievably great fashion from their defense. Gonna get tougher. Not an easy schedule this year, but you had to have this one, and the Bengals got it.